of love is like the miracle of the flower. It thrives upon the sunshine of a smile. It entwines itself around the heart. Its roots are secured in the memories of yesterday, and its petals breathe the promise of joy-filled tomorrows. To be loved is to know happiness and contentment. I'm not feeling To give love is to know the joy of sharing oneself. It is through the miracle of love that we discover the fullness of life. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a joy and a privilege to welcome you to share in this service of marriage. We come at the invitation of Melissa and Timothy and their families. Today is one of the most significant and defining moments of your lives. There have been other defining moments, starting with your birth, the most memorable day for your families, or probably one you don't remember. There have also been others, your first day of school, your first date, your first kiss, your graduation, your first real job, the day you moved to Charlotte, and so on. And there will be other defining moments for each of you to experience as you journey through life together. This day you always remember, for it is a day of new beginnings for both of you. In a few minutes you will no longer be single, but you will be joined together in marriage. You've been preparing for this day for several years, in fact throughout your entire lifetime. Everything you've experienced, every joy and every heartache, every gift and talent that you've developed, every hope and desire, expressed and unexpressed, and of course, much love. All of these you are giving now to each other and will continue to receive from each other for the rest of your lives. You are publicly stating your love for one another and your determination to faithfully honor your lifelong commitment to each other. But I must tell you that the full measure of your love is a pledge that you will continue to learn throughout the rest of your life. Timothy, to adequately care for Melissa, you must get to know her. Don't think that you know her yet. Melissa, to adequately care for Timothy, you must get to know him. Don't think that you know him yet. Intimate knowledge is a quest, matched only by the challenge of being faithful in your acceptance of each other, in spite of the knowledge that you will acquire. You will need many virtues, such as patience, sincerity, forgiveness, empathy, quietude, joyfulness, simplicity, creative expression, industriousness, thoughtfulness, and many more. And you will find that your being together will create a context for these characteristics to grow and develop between the two of you. Your home will be like a garden, or perhaps an orchard. You will enjoy the fruit, but if your devotion is pure and faithful, there will be such an abundance and overflowing of love that others will feast as well. Success in life can be measured in many ways, but in the end, it lies in our ability to rid ourselves of all selfishness and pride through service to each other and to all people. Marriage is not a 50-50 split. I suggest that each of you should give at least 90% while taking only 10% to have the kind of relationship that others will look up to and respect. Each of you represents an investment of care, concern, cost, and above all, love in your family. And while it is true that your parents have prepared you for this day, be assured that their concern is still very great and will continue forever. But now the time has come for the two of you to become your own family unit as you come together in marriage. Correction, you've already done that. And a beautiful golden doodle named Griffin. To some people, a dog is just a pet, but for Melissa and Timothy, Griffin has made them a family as they establish new roots in Charlotte. As you now become husband and wife, you will take the joy that Griffin has brought into your lives and multiply it many times over. The unconditional love that you feel towards Griffin is the same unconditional love that you will feel toward each other, your children, and your grandchildren. Enjoy your family, your friends, and your acquaintances, but most of all, enjoy life and enjoy each other. Before Melissa and Timothy say words they have specially written for one another, I'd like to read a passage to you from Union by Robert Fulghum. You've known each other from the first glance of acquaintance until this moment of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes until this moment of yes, indeed you've been making promises and arrangements in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal, during long walks, all those sentences that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will, all those late night talks that said someday and somehow and maybe, all those promises and unspoken matters of the heart, all those things come together and more. They are the real process of a marriage. The symbolic vows you're about to take are a way of saying to one another, you know all of those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you were many things to each other: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you've learned a lot from each other over these last few years. Now you'll say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between the two of you. For after these vows, you will say to the world, "This is my husband, and this is my wife." Melissa has prepared some special words that she'd like to share with Timothy.
Tim, you once sent me a quote that read, "I cannot lose you, because if I ever did, I'd have lost my best friend, my soulmate, my smile, my laugh, my everything." With each passing day, this quote becomes more and more true. So today, as we stand here in front of our family and friends and become husband and wife, I vow to be all of those things for you, my love. Every love story is special, but ours is my favorite. From the beginning, our relationship has been unlike anything I've ever experienced before. It became obvious very quickly that our future together was not a matter of if, but simply a matter of when. I can't imagine my life without you. To truly be myself around you, and for that I am forever grateful. The good, the bad, you're the one I want to come home to and share my life with every day. You make me happier than I ever imagined was possible. I love the life we've built in Charlotte. I'm so glad we made such a difference. This is our home now. It doesn't matter where we were, as long as it was you and me together. Our life as husband and wife is just beginning, and I can't wait to see where this wonderful journey will take us. I can't wait to have a family with you, and I can't wait to grow old with you by my side. When we're 80 years old, I hope people look at us and see how old enough we still are. They will say, after all this time, and we will just look at each other and smile.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's like a little thing. I'm sorry. Melissa, throughout the past 5 years, I've called you a friend, best friend, girlfriend, fiance. But as of today, I'm privileged and honored to call you my wife. You are the number one most important person to come into my life, and I promise to always put you first. We've had good times and bad, and through it all, we've always loved each other, and I vow to never stop loving you. There was no argument, problem, or hardship that we could not get through, because together we are unstoppable, unbreakable, and our love everlasting. We are soulmates through and through, and although we truly are opposites, and opposites attract, we are also so very alike and so in tune with each other that loving you is effortless. Your love is rewarding, and I promise to earn your love every day for the rest of my life. I can only try and make you as happy as you make me, and I hope to never fail you. I want us to grow old together, but not grow old too quickly. I want to enjoy my life with you. Time to me has no bearing on my life anymore, so I'll be with you forever. Finally, to quote our favorite song that we'll be dancing to shortly. You are my life, my love, my only. And that's the one thing that will reach you. Thank you a lot.
Melissa and Timothy, will you be married partners? Will you stand by your chosen one no matter what happens? Will you respect each other, seeking to understand and welcoming their love all the days of your life? Please face each other, join hands, and repeat after me. On this special day, I, Melissa, take you, Timothy,
On this special day, Melissa,
as my best friend for life.
that's right.
I pledge to honor and encourage you through our journey together.
I pledge to honor and encourage you to journey together.
When life becomes difficult,
When life becomes difficult,
I promise to stand by you and uplift you,
I promise to stand by you.
so that through our union,
So that through our union,
we can accomplish more than we could alone.
accomplish more than we was once.
I promise to work at our love,
I promise to work on our
to always make you a priority in my life. I promise to laugh with you and cry with you,
I promise to laugh with you, cry with you,
to grow together in mind and spirit,
to grow together,
to always be open and honest with you,
to always be open
and to cherish you for as long as we both shall live.
and cherish you as long as we both shall live.
On this special day, I, Timothy, take you, Melissa,
On this special day,
as my best friend for life.
as my best friend,
I pledge to honor and encourage you through our journey together.
to honor and encourage you
When life becomes difficult,
when life becomes difficult.
I promise to stand by you and uplift you,
I promise to stand by you
so that through our union,
so that through our union,
we can accomplish more than we could alone. I promise to work at our love,
I promise to work in our life,
and to always make you a priority in my life.
to always make you a priority in my life.
I promise to laugh with you and cry with you,
I promise to laugh with you and
to grow together in mind and spirit,
to grow together in mind and spirit,
to always be open and honest with you,
to always be open and honest with you,
and to cherish you for as long as we both shall live.
cherish you as long as we both shall live.
You take Melissa's ring, place it on the table. Repeat after me.
Let's get the rings.
Melissa, I give you this ring, shaped in the symbol of completeness and eternity.
Shape,
The symbol of completeness
symbol of completeness and eternity.
to wear so that we will always remember our marriage vows. To wear so that we will always remember our marriage vows.
Very soon, Lord.
Timothy's ring, place it on his finger and repeat after me. Timothy, I give you this ring, shaped in the symbol of completeness and eternity. To wear so that we will always remember our marriage vows. Melissa and Timothy, you have made a lifelong covenant before your family and friends present here today. You've confirmed your commitment by the joining of hands, the exchange of rings, and in a few moments you will seal it by the exchange of a kiss. Therefore, by the powers vested in me by the state of North Carolina, I declare that you are husband and wife. However, before we celebrate the embrace and kiss, and we all shout our congratulations, there's one last ritual to be performed. For generations, Melissa's ancestors have broken a glass at the end of the wedding ceremony. And although Melissa and Timothy are of different faiths, today they wish to honor all of their ancestors and to especially remember their grandparents who are not present here today by continuing this tradition. Just as the church bells are often rung at the end of a Christian marriage, people of the Jewish faith would step on a glass and shatter it. Different traditions, yet they carry the same meaning. For Melissa and Timothy, shattering the glass symbolizes the breaking down of barriers between people of different cultures and faiths. It teaches us that in times of joy, we must also realize that life brings us sadness and sorrow. The sound of the breaking glass is said to frighten away the evil spirits who might spoil this joyous occasion with their mischief. The promises made by Melissa and Timothy, like the broken glass, are irrevocable. It reminds us that love, like glass, is fragile and must be protected. The glass is broken to protect the marriage with the implied prayer. As this glass shatters, so may your marriage never break. May your marriage last as long as it would take to repair this glass. The shattering of the glass concludes the ceremony on a high note. And on a lighter note, it is also thought by some, especially Melissa, that this is the last time Timothy will ever get to put his foot down.